Hi, this is Tapcat, and in today's video, we're going to do something a little different. I recorded night 5 the way I normally do, talking through the tactics and stuff. Spoilers, we get our asses handed to us, and it happens pretty quickly. It's on turn 4. Then I went ahead and recorded, the first night of the new run and had it all kind of scheduled to be in this episode. But what I realized is it's really not worth publishing in a way, because night 5, we just get crushed. The reality is we didn't have the materials to rebuild our defenses properly. And, it was all we could do to survive night 4. So night 5, you have, a tougher challenge, and we had no real walls to speak of. And then if that isn't bad enough, one of the reasons we were able to survive night 4, and just barely, is that we had a bunch of buildings inside. So when they broke through our walls, which of course they did do, the buildings slow them down. They're beating on them like crazy people, right? But that gives us time to whittle away at their numbers and keep them away from the circle. So we were ultimately able to prevail. So that's great. But by the time we got to night 5, it was just over. I definitely did my best to fight back and kill as many as we could, but it wasn't going to happen. So that's the first half of the video that I recorded. And then we get to night 1 on the new run. Now, because of an upgrade we had purchased a while ago, now we have 5 action points. Well, night 1 wasn't challenging the last time I did it with 4. I have reached a point, I'm not going to say I'm amazing at this game by any stretch, but I have certainly reached the point where the first night or 2, they are not meaningful challenges, even with, basic action points and equipment. So I just kind of look at the whole thing and I say, this is really dull. And I just don't, it's over 50 minutes long. I don't even want to watch it. I'm not going to ask you to watch it. So instead, we're going to have a relatively short talk about the campaign and kind of where I'm going with it, because I definitely think I've reached a point where it just doesn't make sense to record all these nights and put it up as an episode. I feel like if you're going to show this game, you either need to be insanely good at it and you can finish in just a few runs, or more realistically, you need to stream it, because people just kind of look at streaming in a whole different way, and they're cool with something taking a lot of time, right? However, I'm not doing either of those two things. The only other alternative I see is I can either just end it here, or I may record future episodes, but what I'll do is I'll probably do at least a couple of runs just to unlock more stuff so that I can make a meaningful difference. Because I really need to, how can I say this? I need better gear. I need to get to 6 action points. I need to unlock the inn. Like this is where you really break through in the game. So, it's one thing if I just show recording, beating night 5 for the first time. Well, the first time you've seen it. I've beaten at least through night 7. I can't remember if I got to night 8. I think it was just 7. And so realistically, I could show for the first time in this campaign beating night 5, but I don't want to show 1 through 4 getting there. I've already shown them multiple times, or I don't know. I guess that's not true. I think I've shown at least night 1 a couple of times, but at any rate, I think you get the idea. I don't want to just keep showing the exact same thing or something very close to the same thing again and again. So I want to play. What I also want to do though, it isn't just about what I unlock. It's partly that, but it's also partly the fact that what I need to do, I need to develop a better plan as far as developing the town, because I definitely think that's what I'm weakest at right now. I think I do a pretty good job on the night. But I should be, probably building gold mines by day 2 or day 1 even, maybe do at least 1 gold mine. And part of it is there's a lot of stuff I haven't unlocked yet. And what's hard is, so you need to build the armor maker. I think that's literally what they call it. And when you get 3 pieces of armor out of it, that unlocks a bunch of other structures. And it's funny. In this moment, I can't even remember if I've done that specific thing or not, but that's okay because it's just an example of the kind of thing I'm talking about. I'm reluctant to do it, to spend money to do it, because there's so many things I need. And for the game that I'm recording for you to watch, what I want you to see is, me getting the best equipped guys, or, having the best a chance I can to win the next night. But really, that's not how you should play this game. The way you want to play this game is to be building for the future. So in other words, if you could spend gold on something or materials on something that doesn't do you any good at all for this run, but it unlocks something for all the runs you're going to do in the future, really, that's probably what you should do. That's how you're going to make real progress in the game. Because let me tell you right now, you're not getting to night 12 with, 5 action points and 4 heroes or whatever, or 3 heroes. What am I talking about? 4. You really have to get some momentum going on getting decent gear and more options for yourself, more action points, more mana, like all of these things you do in the meta progression. The big thing where playing deeper into the game does benefit you, though, for the meta, is you earn more tainted essence. So that part's really good. But I guess what I'm saying is, on the other side, when you're talking to the golden, goddess or whatever, it's all about these very specific things they want you to do. Some of them are really easy, and just by playing the game normally, you'll unlock them. But some of them are very specific. So for example, once you make 3 pieces of armor from the armor maker, you unlock a number of other structures, right? One of them's a magic shop. If you build the magic shop and get 10 items out of that, your magic users will have a better starting item. And if you do the same thing with a sword maker 10 times, then you'll have your melee guy get a better starting weapon. And they have another one for ranged. Well, 10's a lot, right? Like when you're in the early game and you only get 1 item a night, you're not going to get that. So like you basically need to commit for 2 or 3 playthroughs to building one of these stupid things just for that. And the gold you put into it, that's maybe going to help you a tiny bit, but probably not to the extent something else you could have built would have. But for your long-term success, you probably want to do it, right? I guess part of it, like you don't have to unlock every single thing, but it depends how much patience you have to build for the long term, as opposed to, trying to do it in the minimum number of runs, I guess. So anyway, I want to spend some time playing off camera and just doing some of the progression. It does kind of suck not being able to show that, but at the same time, I can't imagine doing like a 25 or 30 minute video that's just like a compilation of after battle, like between battles, me buying upgrades. I don't know how to make that entertaining. I just think it would be extremely dull. So anyway, that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. I don't want to just show an endless repetition of, look, here's nights 1 through 4 again. Oh, damn, we still lost night 5 on this run. Well, let's start over. Oh man, great. We got through night 5, but now we lost night 6. Well, let's start over. And you're just constantly cycling through these early missions, and every run they get less challenging. They just become more of just a thing to get through. And maybe if you're playing, it's not so bad because you're engaged, and you're trying to do a perfect run, not just survive. But to watch, come on. No one wants to watch that. I don't want to watch that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the series for now. And if I come back to it, which I wouldn't mind doing because I really like this game. I mean, listen, they're not paying me or anything. I paid them to buy the stupid game. It's very good. For $20, it's really good value. And I love the fact it's still in early development. Oh my God. If they put any work into this at all, they could really make this good. As long as they don't, go in the wrong direction. Like, what was that one game? We Happy Few. And, I think DayZ was infamous for that. So, some games, the development really goes in the wrong direction, but I don't want to paint these guys with that brush. There's no reason. I mean, I look at what they've done so far. And I think, you know what, this is pretty darn promising. And I think whatever happens as they continue developing the last spell. I'm very interested in whatever they do next, and I don't know, that could be years and years away because I have a feeling they'll be working on this for a while. But I think the game's really promising. So anyway, that's my 2 cents for what it's worth. And if you have anything you'd like to see me do in the game specifically, I don't care whether it's how to unlock something or maybe, just some weird challenge run or something that would be interesting. But let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it here for the moment, and we'll probably make some videos about other games coming soon to a screen near you. But that is all for now. Thanks for watching. I hope we see you next time.